Okay, so the next part of this is let's find the intercepts. Alright, so when we want to find the x-intercept, we're going to let y equal 0. Alright, so you solve the equation. Well, by solve the equation when you let when you let y equal 0. When y equals 0, we can add this fraction to both sides, and so we get a positive fraction there, and the number 2 on the other side. So we can cross multiply here. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times x plus 4, if you distribute the 2, 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 4 is 8. You subtract 8 from both sides, you get negative 5 equals 2x, and then dividing both sides by 2, you get negative 5 over 2. That's negative 2.5. So there's an x-intercept there. And if we want to find the y-intercept, we're going to let x equal 0. So y when x is 0 is equal to negative 3 times divided by 0 plus 4 and then plus 2. So negative 3 fourths plus 2, which is plus 8 fourths, that's 5 fourths. That's 1 1/4. Alright, so 1 1/4 is right about there. So that enables us to draw the graph over here if we want to get specific about it. Okay, so we know the domain is x can't be any number that makes the denominator equal to 0. So x plus 4 equals 0 means that x can't be negative 4. It's the only member of the domain, or the member of the real numbers that's not in the domain. The range we look at by looking at the graph. Okay, so y cannot be equal to whatever that horizontal asymptote is. Y can't be 2. Increasing from negative infinity all the way to negative 4, and then also from negative 4 to infinity. Increasing, it's never decreasing. The x-intercept, we already talked about that. That is negative 5 halves 0. And the y-intercept, talked about that as well. 0 comma 5 over 4. 1 to 1, if you remember, that's a yes. If you remember, a function is 1 to 1 when you can draw a horizontal line anywhere on the graph, anywhere through the graph, I should say, that only hits the graph at 1 point maximum. So 1 to 1 functions would be like this, anything like that. Not 1 to 1, so not 1 to 1 would be something like oh, sorry, that's not 1 to 1. It has to be always increasing or always decreasing for it to be 1 to 1. 1 to 1. And then not 1 to 1 would be anything that, you draw a horizontal line and you basically get one y value for more than one x value. Okay? So that's when it's 1 to 1. I should say, that's when it's not 1 to 1, when you get one y for more than one x. So you have to have one y for one x. One y for one x. One x for one y means you're going to have a function, but 1 to 1 goes back. You go back and forth between x and y. Horizontal asymptote, we already talked about that. Y equals 2. Vertical asymptote, also talked about that. X equals negative 4. We have no max and no min because there's no highest y and there's no lowest y. So we have no max, no min. All right, one last video for the last part.